Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were working on a couple of things. Most notably, we were working on mechanism and getting some stuff ready with that. I still need to get some work done with the building, setting everything up, but I really haven't been playing too much of this lately. Not been doing too much prep work. I did do a little bit of prep work to process all the rutile ore we got, because last episode, it isn't here, we got the digital miner, which is amazing. It allows us to basically get all of the ores we want from all the planets. Whatever ores we need, we just tell it and it looks for them and specifically grabs those ores and nothing else. So it's really nice, it's really handy, and it's gonna go good with like our quantum quarry and our lasers. We're gonna get a lot of resources, and that's kind of the idea. We'll use the digital miner for the space stuff a little bit more than anything else, and then the quarry and the void miner will be more for just kind of general resources, and eventually we'll set up another void miner for resources, not just ores. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on all that kind of stuff. I've been working on this room, trying to get everything kind of situated so that we can have all the mass storage that we need. We got a bunch of the metals up here. But I realized that it's going to be a pain because there are a lot of things in our system. So for example, if we just come over here, and really cool way we can do this, we can just break the controller, pick it up. So something that we might have a lot of, I think andesite, or no, diorite, I didn't touch that one, right? Yeah, so we have 1600 diorite in the applied logistics system. I'm not counting all that's there and there and there. So we got to get that out of the main system, off of the drive, the disk drives, which they are down below, aren't they? Get them out of these guys and put them into the mass storage. So that's something we're going to have to work on, and we're going to make something to help with that later today. What I also want to focus on today is we're going to stop progressing in a sense. And yeah, we'll kind of, we need to do some other stuff that's a little bit more fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to go for the angel ring. We're going to start prepping to get all the stuff we need for this, which is going to require some interesting things. So yeah, with the storage system, I'm going to continue working, just kind of slowly building up everything. And I've taught the system how to make all of the upgrades that we'll need. You know, it'd be helpful if I did that. So we have the upgrade templates that know how to make those. It knows how to make the void upgrades, as well as the tier 5 storage upgrades, which is all we're going to ever use. I'll be honest. So some things like the stone has a single tier 5, and we'll probably just put a void upgrade for the rest of that. But I'm going to leave those out for now, and we'll kind of see what we can do later. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the storage system. I'm going to work on that a lot off camera. But what we're going to need to make is an MEIO port. And this thing is what we need. So we need a logic processor. So let's get one of those. And then we're going to need 2 ME drives, which luckily we can create those. Did I never teach the system how to make the flukes cables? That might be something good to teach. So let's go ahead and do that. So we need quartz cable, and we're going to make sure ore dictionary is allowed, because I have, okay, I had some Certus quartz dust, but evidently it went somewhere. I have no active job, so I have no idea. We can get some more of that. Let's get Certus. I have a good bit of Certus ore. We're going to get a stack of each of these and process them. Now, I went ahead and put dark steel balls in here. We're going to eventually use those for the other thing, our main kind of system that will process ores. And one of these days, I kind of need to decide how we're going to process all of our ores. So, like, with this guy, the best way is probably the sag mill, actually. Surprisingly. Because it's going to give us the most kind of variety. It's going to give us the Certus quartz, and we can get the dust from the quartz otherwise if we need to, so it's not that big of a deal. So let's go here. I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. Let's grab that pattern back out, and we'll teach the system how to make these. Do not substitute on that though. So let's put our coal blocks back, and with that we can hopefully make this stuff. So we need 2 ME drives. I don't believe this requires any logic. No logic circuits. So logics, we get 1 of those there, and we'll be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and grind up the charged Certus quartz as well. And then once this is done, we'll kind of deal with everything. But, yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to work towards getting the angel ring. And the big thing with that is it's a pretty complex recipe. We're going to need to make a couple jetpacks. Draconic cores are not that bad. We can do that. But it's just kind of getting everything together. And we're going to need to do some exploration with lassos. We need a couple things that are a little bit unusual. Let's put it that way. So we'll get there, but let's go ahead and make this thing first. ME drive. And the way this works is actually pretty cool. So we're going to go down below. I guess we'll just go outside. And we need to hook this up to the system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we can put it right here. And if we take this operation, so if we take just one of these guys, so this guy, for example, we do that, it's going to transfer all of its items into the other system, the rest of the system. So we can kind of transfer data to the storage cell or whatever. But what we're going to do is, since our up here, I'm surprised that's not actually dark back there. We're going to put a torch right there anyways. Unfortunately, we can't see it. I believe the storage bus we have attached to our storage system is fairly high priority. Yeah, we put it to the highest priority, so the system will always want to use this before anything else. And so we're going to take advantage of that and basically get everything out of the system that we can. So for example, if we look at stone, we have how much stone? Normal stone. None, it would seem. And I just threw that down the hole. Can you not actually see that? Huh. We're gonna do a really quick experiment then. Let's grab our stone. Because it should be able to see that, unless... Did I do something dumb? No. You know, we're gonna break this. I don't know if that... I think that uses channels. And for the time being... we have channels over here. Where do we want to put it? Do I have any cables? I do. I have a couple cables on me. We're gonna just put it in here. Just for the time being. And that's really strange. I expected to be able to see this. Device online. So what's something else? Podzol. So let's check stone again. Okay, there it is. I don't know why it didn't come up, but we have 9,128, 9,128. So it's exactly how much we have. And that's kind of the idea, is we are going to mass store everything. The system will favor this system, all these drawers, and it'll be great. So I'm going to continue working on that off camera. But let's start getting into what I want to do today, which is we're going to be making a bunch of things. So if we look at the angel ring, this is going to be fun. The angel ring is pretty complex. First of all, it requires 2 draconic cores. I think we can probably get that right away. Yes. And we want draconic cores. We want to get this as soon as possible just because it's going to be the easiest thing. That's weird. It's going to be the easiest thing that's going to be useful. If you're not familiar with the angel ring, it gives us flight. And we can change what kind of ring it is pretty easily if we want to, but we'll probably just keep with the normal wings. But basically this is, this also triggers age 14. So this is needed to get to the next age. I didn't realize that. So we're going to get to the last age as soon as we make the angel ring. So it says we can upgrade it to the wing of the bats. So I don't know which one's better or not. I've always used the angel ring. We can get GP pretty easily, so that's not too big of a problem. We'll kind of see that going forward. But yeah, so what's hard about this? Well, we're going to need a syringe full of gas. We're going to need a cursed lasso full of gas. And we're going to need a normal lasso full of bat. So nothing too difficult there. The Ender Star is nasty. We're going to need a pulsating mesh, which we needed that for the digital miner as well. A flight modifier requires mica and launchers, which requires more mica. It's not that bad, but it does require a jetpack. And I'm going to assume that I believe any crafting recipes, there is somewhere it talks about bees and stuff. Yeah, we really need to do bee stuff. I've been putting that off, and that's not a good thing. Let's see, calculation. End rods. Okay, if you haven't done it already, go to the end. You have no way to get a jetpack because you need an elytra, so that's the reason to go to the end. Every recipe that needs an elytra, you get the elytra back. The flight modifier for environmental tech, nano beacon. So the flight modifier gives you the jetpack back. Same is true for the angel ring. So we'll always get the jetpack back. So we need to make a vibrant jetpack. That is kind of step 1. Do we have any mica, by the way? That is not in there. I don't know that we have any at all. And that's unfortunate, but what tier of a miner is this? Is this a tier 4? Tier 3. So what tier do we have of the resource? Okay, so if we can get a resource miner tier 3, we can get that. So that'll be step 2. So step 1 is let's get a vibrant jetpack. And to do this, we're going to need a bunch of things. It looks like a bunch of vibrant alloys and vibrant thrusters, and we're going to need at least 5 octadic capacitors. So let's go ahead and get that. We're missing resonating redstone. So we take redstone ore. This is the best way to get this, in my opinion. And mine this up. So basically we just need to we just need to get some stuff together. We need to get a lot of different Ender IO stuff. It shouldn't be too bad. The thrusters aren't awful. Do the thrusters require the previous tier? That is the only question. Yes. So honestly, the more we can automate this, the better off we'd be. But at the same time, might not be the best way. So I will tell you guys what. I'm going to step away for a moment, and I'm going to figure out what all I'm going to need for this, and then we can make everything at once. I don't need to automate anything, and I'll get the capacitors and all that fun stuff. Now, one other thing that I want to do, and I should have mentioned this before, is something we need is going to be a vibrant capacitor bank. And I like to teach the system how to make this. So if we make just one octadic capacitor for right now, and then what's the crystal that we need in the middle? We can get rid of this guy. The crystal that we need in the middle for is a vibrant. So we can handle that. That stuff is automated. I just want to make the vibrant crystals. We're going to need a drop of evil. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get 2 golden lassos. String. Eight of those, and gold nuggets. Alright, let's get the lassos, because we're going to need 2 of these. And you can't make them unless you have 8 levels, so let's get some more levels. And we're going to turn one of these into a cursed lasso. So cursed lassos are basically... okay, lassos are things we can use to pick up mobs. Any mob in the game, for the most part, we can use. So, for example, a chicken. We can pick up a chicken and we can put it somewhere else. And they are reusable, so it's really nice. But we can't pick up hostile mobs with a golden lasso, only passive mobs. For hostile mobs, we have to use the cursed lasso, and that's all there is to it. So, do we have those things? Once we get the octadic capacitor, which I hate it when this happens. I don't know why that just kind of forgets how to work every once in a while. It's really annoying. But the battery runs out of power. And I have to reset it all the time. It's really annoying. But once we get the octadic capacitor, we can teach the system how to make vibrant capacitor banks, which is going to be really good because we need power increases, and that's something else we're going to start working towards. Not today, but probably in the next episode. I'd like to. One of the first things we're going to do once we kind of progress a little bit more is. So the first thing we wanted to do was kind of flush out all of the buildings, have our various things spread around. We are going to need still a building for Draconic Evolution, which we might just put right here. I don't know. I haven't decided where we're going to put it yet. We might be able to fit it right there as well. But basically we need Draconic Evolution. There's a couple things we need to automate with that. But for the most part, we're done automating. We just need to start flushing out everything and connecting the applied logistics system to everything and making sure everything works well. Start auto processing stuff and all that fun things. So how much? All right, we have our octadic capacitors, or capacitor, singular, and we're just going to teach the system how to make vibrant capacitor banks. And everything is automated with that, so we should be able to just make 10 of them if we wanted to. In fact, if we did that, let's make 8. We just need glowstone and the resonating redstone. It's going to take a lot of empowered redstone, so I'm going to wait on that to upgrade our power storage and all that fun stuff. But like I said, I'm going to step away for just a moment, do a little bit of work off camera, basically to figure out what all we need to get the jetpack. And then we'll turn the Vibrant Jetpack further into the Dark Solarium jet plate, which is what we need for the Angel Ring. So we'll work on that and then go from there. So I will be back once I have a little bit of stuff, well, together. So be right back. Alright, so assuming that my math is correct, that wasn't too terribly bad, but it took a little bit of time, mostly because we need a lot of capacitors for this. So we're going to get right into this because I want to finish this episode and actually upload it today. So the problem with the jetpack, so if we look at the Vibrant Jetpack, this is where we're going to have to start, and we'll have to make the Dark Solarium ones later. But I'll worry about those when we get there, and I'll probably go ahead and make the vibrant thrusters once we're ready to upgrade this to the final form, so that we can make the Angel Ring, which will be a little while still. I should mention, by the way, the flight module we can make. The Ender Star requires another star, obviously, and the Enchanted Ingot requires some stuff we don't have access to yet, including Ludicrite, which also requires another star. So nothing too terribly bad, but things we can't do quite yet. So if my math is correct, we're going to need 12 machine chassis, 5 vibrant capacitors, 9 double layer, and 30 basic, which is why it took so long for me, but it wasn't too bad. So presumably we need 8 conductive iron thrusters, because each vibrant thruster requires energetic thruster, which requires the previous tier, which requires the previous tier, and the jetpacks also require the previous tiers. So we're gonna have to deal with all that. So we're gonna make the conductive thrusters. We're gonna need some redstone conduit. We're gonna need a little bit of that. So we're gonna need 8 conductive iron thrusters to begin with. So we're going to need 2 sets of those, and then we're going to need 16 of these, which are easy enough. And then we're going to need just a little bit of redstone, 8 pieces of redstone. So we should be able to make 8 conductive thrusters. And we're going to keep 2 of those aside and convert 6 of them to the next tier, which is going to require energy conduits. So we're going to need 12 of these, so 2 recipes worth. Oh no, I need more conductive iron. I need the conductive iron for other things, so we can't use that. So we're going to need to make a little bit more conductive iron. Not a big deal. It's just not auto-craftable. I don't have that recipe set up yet. So let's go ahead and make half a stack of it. And we only need 2 more pieces for right now, so that will be soon enough. And then we should be able to take care of this. So the worst one is the electrical steel thrusters, because they require machine chassis, which that also took a little bit of time because I needed to get enough UU matter. It's like for 12 of those, it's like a little over 100 or close to it, but not too bad. And by the way, I don't want to use this conductive iron because we're going to use that soon enough. So there is that, and we should be able to make the thrusters, 6 of them. We keep 2 down, and we make the energetic thrusters, which we need the enhanced energy. We're going to need 8 of those. So that's not too bad. And then 2 of these get upgraded to the Vibrant. And we're going to need the Ender Energy Conduits, which I don't know that we've made yet. So we're going to need to make 1 set of those. Actually, no, we don't want to do it that way. How much Vibrant? We had 8. Can we make it the other way? Yes. So that should be fine. And we'll get the vibrant thrusters. So we have all the thrusters we need. We have everything else we need to make all the jetpacks. But we're missing one thing. And that is the the conductive iron jetpack requires an electric jetpack. And the electric jetpack requires a gas jetpack, which is where the elytra comes in. So this is the stuff that we're going to make in here. And surprisingly, we have everything. So the elytra we will continue to have. We should have, if I can spell elytra, we should still have 2 elytras. And then we can make the electric jetpack, which we're going to need iron item casings. So we're going to need 2 iron plates. Right? Yeah, 2 iron plates. That should not be too bad. And then we're also going to need a bat box. And for that, we're going to need 1 insulated tin cable. And actually, we're going to need 4 insulated tin cables. Which means we're going to need a little bit more tin. And I don't believe that is something I can make into cables from here. So we're going to have to walk over here and do some stuff. We also need to get the item casings. Excuse me. But this should not take too long. Should be nice and quick and easy. So yeah, once we have this, we'll be able to make the jetpack, and then we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure. Not much of one, but just a little one. So we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 10. 2 plates. That should be fine. So let's just grab plates. And once we have the 2 iron and the 2 tin, we turn these into the item casings by running them through the metal former, and then we'll have everything we need. So yeah, should be that easy. Honestly, the hardest part with the electric jetpack would be the advanced control circuit. The advanced circuit, but I made the control circuit for mechanism because it's a lot easier to make, a lot cheaper, and eventually we'll be able to automate those a little bit more, but that'll be later. So we should be able to make the bat box now, and then the electric jetpack, which turns into the next tier. So we're gonna do this here. So it's always those 4, those, and then whatever it takes. So there is the conductive iron jetpack. Next is electrical steel. Then we get the double layer with energetic. And then finally the vibrant. And the vibrant jetpack is actually a pretty good jetpack. We're gonna charge that up, and we're gonna use it for now. So there is 2 things that we need. And I need to figure out controls. So this is the first time we're using a jetpack in this. So all in all, not too bad. Toggle jetpack, that's the wrong thing. It's gonna be near the bottom. Simply jetpack. So hover mode says L, but that's conflicting. Don't need that because that's dark steel armor. Okay, now we can do hover mode, and hover mode is definitely worth it. So what are we going to do? Well, we have the jetpack that we can use for our flight modifier, and we get the jetpack back, so that's not a problem. Hopefully we don't need to like drain it of power or anything, although speaking of power, we need to charge up, and we're going to deactivate the reactor. Let's go ahead, and this holds 20,000. So, or or rather 20 million. Yeah, that's a lot of power. All right, so let's go ahead and charge this up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head out. And you know what? While we're waiting for that, let's get rid of the Vibrant Jetpack for now. So the Angel Ring. We need, for this flight modifier, a syringe full of gas. It's the best way to put that. So syringes are actually really easy to make. So we're going to make one. And then we're going to go to the Nether to look for some gas. We also need to find a bat. Do I not have a bottle? You know what? We have a water bottle. Water bottles, when drunk, become normal bottles. And there's a syringe. Cool. So we need to go get... we need to go find a ghast. We need to take out its blood. And... we also need to find a bat. So let's do the bat first because it'll be a little bit easier, I think. Honestly, gas aren't not hard to find. But what we can do is if we go here and let's just run out this way. I believe it was in for the... Nope. Was it in for the Jetpack G? And I feel like that's being used by something else, probably dark. Oh yeah, it is, for the glider, which relatively soon we're not going to need. So let's change that to like semicolon T. Why not? So I don't want the jetpack to be active right now. What we're going to do is just real quick see if we can't go find a bat. You know what? Bats will often be underneath these islands because it is dark, and sometimes it works. So let's go see if there's a bat up here. Otherwise, we will head out for a cave, and that will give us what we need. Is there any bats? Nope, no bats. But there is a creeper. If we can find a cave that is nice and dark. That is not a cave. Well, I guess technically it is, but not much of a cave. Oh man, I do not know what's going on with my voice. Excuse me. Apologies for that. Oh man, my voice is just getting hoarse for no discernible reason. But yeah, so if we can find a cave that's not too far away, that will be all we need to do. Oh man, sorry about that. Hopefully that'll be better. I took a drink. Here we go. Of course there's lava. Lava is unfortunate because it means things won't. Ow. Okay, okay. This... I've had enough of this. Alright. We can do some cool things to get back home. So, oh, there's a mine shaft down here. Perfect. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm not being sarcastic. You know, we don't want this stuff. I was trying to throw that in the lava, but it didn't work. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over here. It is going to be dark, unfortunately. But you need to be dark in order for bats to spawn. There are zombies very close. Bats spawn in the dark. So we're just gonna search around Let's turn our jetpack on. Ow. Okay, I'm not seeing any. There's a bat. There we go. We're gonna need more bats later, but having one will be good enough. So now we need to just go to the Nether. And FYI, hover mode is actually slower than, actually no, it's still pretty good. So we're just gonna fly back home. We have plenty of power, and we need to find a ghast in the Nether. Scary, I know, but this is the first time we've had flight, which is kind of nice. We are gonna need more bats later for the Dark Solarium stuff, because this requires, not there, the thrusters require flight control units, requires bats. We'll have to capture a couple bats. I will do that off camera though. I'll probably do that in the mining dimension. We'll just kind of look around for some stuff. But in the Nether, oh boy, it's rough on the frames. Luckily, I hear a ghast, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna poke him a bunch with the syringe. And I guess we hit him. And then once we get him close to dead, we can capture him with the cursed lasso. So you cannot capture a mob with a cursed lasso unless their health is particularly low. And we need to find another ghast just to poke them a little bit more. We're almost there with all this stuff. Also a magma slime island. Those are always kind of cool to find. So let's land right up here for a moment. And in our bag, we're going to grab our charge porter. And as soon as we have the syringe full of gas, I guess blood. It's a syringe. I guess that's what we're extracting from the gas. Essence. Once we have that, we will just teleport back home. And the Nether doesn't look too exciting, but there is a ghast. There's some Endermen. A little bit more common nowadays, but come on. Oh, I hit the fireball. You can have a syringe of fireball? That's strange. Alright, come on. Alright. Syringe of gas. Completed. Now, for the record, the actual use of these syringes is to make dimlets, which we'll be getting into fairly soon. But it's to make dimlets of different mobs, and we'll probably actually do that later when we want to do stuff with oh, what are they called? The dragons. So that is a thing. Now I'm going to put the jetpack in here. We'll use that later. But we have the cursed lasso and the golden lasso with the appropriate things, and then in here we should be able to make the flight module. And there we go. Cool. So we'll just put that in here. And what all do we have left? So we need an ender star, which is going to require a bunch of things I don't have. We're going to need pulsating propolis, which we still have one more of those. But I think that's all. And I don't think we have any more endcombs. So I could always go back to the end and collect more honeycombs. Otherwise, we need to do some breeding with bees. That's something we can do as well. That wouldn't be too awful, I don't think. So yeah, we have plenty of Ender Princesses. The problem that we'd have is they're not going to want to work here. But we could always go back to the end and grab more. Just to get the pulsating meshes. I don't know how much more we're going to need those. For teleportation cores, dislocators, we're going to need, probably want a couple of those. Yeah, we might want more. So it might be good for us to set up bees relatively soon. I'll need to figure out a place to have the ender bees, the cold bees. But that shouldn't be too bad. So everything else, ender crystals we can make, stabilized ender pearls we can make, sentient enders are not awful, ender casings are not that awful, and then we should have dragon's breath. Yep, we have a bunch of dragon's breath, so we can put that in there. So if we look at this, what all do we have? Not much, but we can get more pretty easily. We do have a nether star though. How many nether stars do we have? We just have the one. Because we're going to need 2. Because we need 1 for the loot crate. So the enchanted ingot is not that bad, but we're going to have to do some stuff with... we're going to need a vacuum freezer, which requires an ice shard, more ICB stuff, and... yeah, so I think we're going to have to... It's going to force our hand. We're going to have to do some stuff with bees next time. Everything else shouldn't be too bad. So I think the plan is we're going to call the episode here for today. I'm going to continue working on storage and all that kind of fun stuff. But we're going to work on bees a little bit next time. And then I also want to get the Void Resource Miner upgraded to Tier 3. Oh man, we're not going to be able to do Tier 3. Yeah, real quick question. Void ore miners. Okay, so we can do structure blocks or above. The problem is the structure block is different. So, what I think we'll end up doing, we're just going to keep that in there, and we'll keep that on us. What we're going to end up doing is I will probably go ahead and make all the some of the structure stuff, and we'll get that set up here next time and start getting some more products. So power and void resource stuff, plus bees and bees, and maybe some more jetpack stuff. That'll be the plan. We'll continue working towards the angel ring and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!